Andy starts off this hour in Kansas. Hey, Andy, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure, man. What's up?
Well, I'm looking at retiring from the military here shortly. I've got 23 years in, and we didn't do the Dave Ramsey plan, but luckily we have pretty much been debt-free most of our marriage, and the only thing we have is our house. So I've been trying to convince my wife to take some of our non-retirement savings that are in mutual funds and sell them and pay off the house. But it's a really hard sell, and I guess I'm wondering if I'm just pushing too much, and I should just compromise and, just start paying it off as much as possible each month.
Mm-hmm. How much do you owe on your home?
We owe about $160.
And how much do you have in non-retirement mutual funds?
About $800.
Okay. All right. And what is her reasoning?
She, I think, is nervous about the loss of the interest that we would gain from keeping that investment going.
Mm-hmm. How much is your home worth?
It's worth about $340.
Okay. If we're going to go with her theory, we would have to, in order to be logical, go refinance your home and borrow as much as possible on it in order to invest more in non-retirement assets.
And I've brought that up.
And she's not willing to do that.
She's very hesitant. She's
unwilling. She's unwilling to refinance your home and borrow $300,000 on it in order to put the money into investments.
Right.
Why? Because it's making so much interest. That's illogical.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, there's something wrong with her argument. She's going to have to decide. She's got to paint or get off the ladder. Either we love borrowing money on our house to invest in retirement or invest in money, or we don't.
Right.
You can't have it halfway. It's not logical.
Right.
It's bad.
I'm trying to find a loving way to get across to her.
Well, I mean, it's flawed thinking. I don't have to be loving about it. It's just a discussion with my wife. Honey, you got to decide. Okay, if you're going to make an argument about this, you got to be willing to go with your argument. And the point I'm making is the fact that she won't borrow on the $300,000 on your home in order to invest more says that she's not giving you the real reason. That's what it says. In other words, her argument's not really her reason, because otherwise she'd be going, yeah, let's borrow $500,000 on this house and put it all in investments. It's just not a real reason. Something else is going on. Somebody's gotten in her head somewhere that's giving her this thought. So here's the thing. My proposal would be this. Honey, let's pay off the house. We've got $660,000 left. I think we'll be okay. Good Lord.
Right.
And if you hate having the house paid off, in 2 years, I promise we'll go refinance it and borrow and put the money back.
Yeah, no, that's a good argument.
I have never had anybody that paid off their home that hated it. It's like I never had anybody that I convinced as a Christian to start giving 10% that didn't say, this is one of the smartest things I've ever done to begin to tithe. It changed my life. I've never had anybody go, Dave, that suggestion was absolutely horrid. Becoming more generous or becoming debt-free are absolutely horrible Dave Ramsey suggestions. Right. It's just illogical as crud, dude. So, there's a part of being loving, but there's a part of sometimes you just argue with your wife, because she's wrong. Sharon, I listen to her. She's a Proverbs 31 woman. She's a virtuous woman, so I want to listen to a virtuous woman. So I have no lack of gain, Scripture says. And so, but there's sometimes that Sharon is making an argument. It has nothing to do with virtue. She's just being an angry hillbilly. And so I got to call her out on that. I'm going, hey, angry hillbilly, this is not the virtuous wife we're having a discussion with here. You're just pissed off, and we're not doing that. And so, I'm not picking on your wife. I'm talking about I'm doing my personal laundry on the air here to let you know I'm human. But the point is, every couple has a discussion on this, and if she were doing cocaine, I'm not having a loving discussion with her about her cocaine. We're freaking stopping it. Now this isn't cocaine, but this is just illogical. There's no reason for it. So pay off the house. And if you hate it, darling, in 2 years, we'll go refinance it and borrow even more on the house. If you just detest being debt-free. And I've never had one go back on that. So try that. Maybe it'll work. I don't know.